The peach technique that gives her explosive orgasms. Here's the thing. When you are going down on a woman, I've shared with you before, it's a very sacred place. It's a very embarrassing place. It's a very intimate place for your face to be. Intimate space for your face to be. So when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you really know what you're doing, my darling. And I'm going to show you with this exactly what you need to do. And trust me, you're going to want to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to share a secret with you that you're going to be glad you didn't miss. So stay for the entirety of this video. I'm Arica Angelo. Let's get into it. What you want to do before you go down is, one, you want to have the right tools, meaning you want to know what you're doing when you go down there before you just go licking below. And believe it or not, some men can do it really bad. And I will just share personal experience with you of when it went really bad for me and how you can never, ever repeat that on a woman's body. Please, for the love of God. But practice is key. I don't know if you ever, as a child, when you wanted to kiss a girl, something like that, and you practice. I know for me, when I wanted to become a really good kisser, which I did become, I used to practice on my hand as a little girl. I would just, not as a little girl, maybe as a teenager, but I would just practice my tongue on my hand, how I wanted to move it. I would practice it in my mouth. You know, people used to say they'd kiss on their pillows, they'd kiss on their teddy bears. As crazy as that sounds, you're like, Arica, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to be practicing. Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are. In fact, in the comment section, can you just write for me, yes, I am, because you're most certainly going to practice. Why? Because you're going to be the best that you possibly can be. So when you go in between her legs, it is going to change her life. How good you lick that poo nanny. So practice is essential. And so with this, what you're going to do when you take a piece of fruit, you take a peach. Now I do have an actual demonstration of how to lick a woman down there. You can get it in my tongue magic where I do take an actual peach and I show you exactly where to lick with the amount of pressure and where to lick. So make sure that you get that tongue magic. It's a little too graphic for YouTube. I won't go into YouTube standards, but you know, you've heard it, I'm sure, from other people. They censor this sort of stuff. So I do it in a very uncensored way. You can get that in tongue magic. But the reason why you want to practice is it's going to give you that kind of pressure point where you can do what? Build up the muscles and the technique within your mouth. The reality is when you're giving a woman oral, when you're pleasuring her down there, you're going to have to get a bit strong with the tongue. It's going to have to build some resilience. Just like we have to build resilience with how much we can take through our throat, how long we can stroke, just like trust me, us girls, we practice at this stuff to build resilience. And for us girls who have TMJ, those blowjobs can be really painful. So we all have to work at this. So just don't think that it's just you men. Women have to do it. But when you're working with a piece of fruit, it's practicing with your tongue. It's moving it. It's building that nerve. It's training those jaw muscles to get used to moving the tongue around, up and down, side to side. What you're doing is you're creating that pressure. So you're like going to the gym for the poo nanny. In fact, put that in the comment section. I'm going to the gym for the poo nanny. And that's essentially what you're going to be doing with your peach, with whatever apple, whatever fruit that you have. It's building that resistance within, because the last thing you want to do is go between her legs and start up doing such a good job where she's just like, oh my God, I can't take it. I can't take it. You go, oh, sorry, babe. It's time for a commercial. I can't keep going. My jaws are hurting. My tongue's hurting. Biggest letdown. Can you imagine getting the blessed and the best blowjob of your life, and the girl's like, oh, my jaws are hurting, I can't do it anymore, right when you're about to go, and then she pulls off, and then you're in for the blue balls of a lifetime. No. We do not want to blue ball you, and nor do you want to give her that experience. So you want to practice, and you can use the techniques I show you in tongue magic, but you want to practice building that resilience within the tongue, within the jaw. The other thing you want to practice with the peach or with an app or whatever it is you have is the positioning of your tongue. And this is where I'm going to go into the horrible mistake that happened on my beautiful body from a gentleman, because he didn't know what the hell he was doing and he didn't buy my courses, and I didn't have the course at the time, to his fairness, but he didn't know what he was doing and it was so awkward. I was like, please stop, like let's just get to it. Anyways, what you want to do is the positions of your tongue. So you can have the pointing tongue and you want to build that muscle, but also the flat tongue. And you'll feel it as you touch it. You'll feel, oh, there are some muscles there. And then you go flat and you can feel muscles there. And what you want to do is you want to practice using both. And you'll see why in Tongue Magic, why both are important. But you want to practice using the tip of your tongue and the flatness of your tongue. And the other thing you want to do, hope I don't get lipstick everywhere, but also licking around. And what that's going to do is you can feel the jaws moving, the tongue moving. You want to practice all those muscles so that when you're going down, it's incredible. I had a guy and he took the tip of his tongue and just licked it on my bean, my clitoris, back and forth, just up and down, and that's all he did. It was so terrible and it was so awful. And I know you've probably watched some people and they said that's exactly what to do. No. He just stayed on that bean licking it, and I was just like, ah! It's like a guy who rubs you on your clit and he doesn't know how to finger you properly. It is, I can't tell you how awful of an experience it is for a woman, but it's freaking awful. And if you want to avoid giving awful experiences, I have my brand new free guide. It's called The 5 Mistakes That Men Make Giving Oral and What to Do Instead. And I show you all of the things. It's a downloadable guide so that you don't make these mistakes ever again. So please be sure to get that guide. So this whole technique to give her the best orgasm is all about building your resilience and getting yourself comfortable with licking all over the piece of fruit. And that's just it. Building up that resilience that you just don't focus on the clitoris, but she has labias, she has the whole hood, she has so many parts of her beautiful vagina that deserve attention from your tongue. And so you want to feel confident by licking on the fruit, building up that resilience. Because why? The reality is, and here is the pinnacle, if it's going to be explosive, what does that mean? She's going to come. In order for her to get to that place to come, it's not going to happen automatically. It's going to take time. If you don't have those muscles built within your mouth, she's never going to get to the explosive part. You can know all the techniques in the world, but if you don't have those muscle capabilities built up and you haven't been practicing, then no matter what, she's not going to get to the actual explosive moment. And that is the real truth. I know porn tells you, like, as soon as you lick the clit and she's like, no, my darling, it doesn't work that way. It will take some time, but because you've cultivated those muscles, you've gotten tongue magic, you know exactly how to lick her, you're going to know exactly how to get her to that explosive moment. Now, I'm sure you have plenty more questions to ask about oral, and that's why I have this video right here about your oral pleasure questions answered by me, Arica Angelo. And please subscribe to my channel. It really means so much to me if you would do that. You can click my picture here and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. See you there. Take care.